Oh my God. He shit everywhere.
For year, okay, this is from Intuitively Eaten, at Intuitively Eaten. For years, I thought my digestive, I can't wait for this. For years, I thought my digestive issues were due to the food I was eating and that the solution was eliminating certain foods. Yeah. It was only after giving up dieting that I realized my digestive issues were largely due to the food I wasn't eating and my anxiety around certain foods. That's
fucking
a
bullshit.
huge load of bullshit. Talk about being completely full of it. It's coming out your eyeballs. For years, I thought they are. Yes, your digestive issues are absolutely due to the food you're eating. So by giving up dieting, your digestive issues were largely due to the food you weren't eating. So you were having digestive issues because you weren't consuming cookies. You're having withdrawals, essentially. You're having withdrawals probably. And my anxiety around certain food. This is 100% bullshit. Oh, you weren't eating your ice cream, so you're having digestive issues because you were so anxious about not eating garbage. You were so anxious about not eating garbage. Sounds like you're having withdrawals. Yeah, like a crackhead or something. Give me a break. And we got a lot of text here. I want elimination diets. I can't wait. I would love to hear the fucking truth about this. So this is going to talk against everything that we talk about, right? Here we go. This is just my personal experience, and I am not referring to people who have genuine food allergies. For a very long time, suffered with tummy pain and bloating and lots of other digestive issues that I won't go into detail with here. There were points where the pain was so intense that I would end up on the floor keeled over in the fetal position. I pretty much always blamed it on food. This is going to be good. I went on elimination diets. I cut out wheat and dairy, cut out whole food groups, did allergy tests, considered a low FODMAP diet, and the list goes on. And guess what? None of these things had any actual impact on my digestion. I call bullshit. I would love to actually know what was done, but this is pretty funny in itself. I love this. However, once I stopped restricting my food, my digestive issues almost completely disappeared. I don't know the exact reasons behind this, but here are my suspicions. Psychosomatic nonsense. My diet is more balanced. I eat a wider array of food. I no longer eat a ridiculous amount of vegetables. Oh, perhaps you're eating the vegetables. Vegetables cause digestive issues all the time. Plants have evolved over hundreds of millions of years with chemical defense systems, and vegetables are commonly a problem. They are for me and many of you. Many people eat way too many vegetables. My body is properly nourished and satisfied. I am less rigid about how and when I exercise. Yeah, maybe you weren't doing enough. All right, we'll continue. Eating is no longer stressful and is now a more pleasurable experience. Here, all about this is just emotional. All this is just emotional responses. I am listening to my inner wisdom and the signals that my clever body is giving me about what to eat, when, and how much. None of this is any kind of like reality. This is just your internal angst that you're blaming. You could have had such panic attacks from trying something that puts you out of your comfort zone and done it incorrectly, and thus giving you digestive issues from overwhelming anxiety. Sure, addictive foods and these chemicals that you're consuming regularly can absolutely induce that, for sure. Addictions are brutal. And this is the big one. A big one. I experience so much less anxiety around food and my body. We are learning more and more about the gut-brain connection, and anxiety often manifests itself in the gut. You know what also manifests itself in the gut? Chronic inflammation. Chronic inflammation. Oh my God. This is complete like doublespeak. This is brainwashing. This is like completely trying to hijack what is really logical that we talk about all the time and pretend like just because I feel better about it, now it's great. Yeah, this is very, very weird. I don't buy a moment of this. If you are constantly worrying about what you're eating each day, stressing out about what you'll be able to eat at meals out with family and friends, if you're beating yourself up for not sticking exactly to your macros or plan, or feeling guilty or bad for eating particular foods, this is very likely to contributing to feelings of anxiety and guilt. Ask yourself whether it's the food causing the digestive issues or if it might be the anxiety around the food causing some of the issues. You know what also can cause anxiety? Shitty food choices. This is bullshit. This is bullshit. Here's another thing. A lot of people say they try things and they don't do it properly, or they don't do it long enough, or they don't eat the right foods. You want to make a bet that the elimination diet, how many of you want to bet? Ready for this? Let's go back and see what she said. I'm assuming it's a she because it's always a fucking she. You never hear this crap from dudes for whatever reason, and you all know it. It's always this fucking, I don't know what the fuck is going on. Allergy tests don't really, I mean, there's so many nuances and complications. The human body is very complicated. So your body can react in ways that won't show up on an allergy test and FODMAP diets. I went on elimination diets. Well, there's really essentially one, you go all the way towards carnivore, as far as you need to. I cut out wheat and dairy. Okay. I cut out whole food groups. We don't know anything of what she was eating, but I guarantee that she wasn't focusing on grass-fed beef and organ meats. So there's a huge miss right there. And most people don't. Most of the time when people are blaming meats and cutting out meat or blaming, I don't know, an elimination diet, for example, they're not doing it properly. They're not actually eating some of the most nutritious foods on earth. And there are going to be individual approaches. We know that some people in the fam like to lean more towards fish or towards vegetarian or vegan. That's fine. But you do an elimination diet first and you navigate. But most of the time it comes down to cutting out inflammatory foods that can come from unexpected areas. Not all vegetables are good for you. Not all classically quote unquote healthy foods are good for you. There's certain food preparation methods that need to be done. And there's certain vegetables that can really fuck people up. So just because you followed a low FODMAP diet doesn't mean that is something ideal for you. Some people really have to keep on cutting things out to find something that's ideal. And I guarantee that you're not feeling better eating shit. Like I guarantee that you're not going to feel better eating shit food than you would better food. So eating whatever you want, listening to your body's inner wisdom, give me a fucking break. Give me a break. It sounds like everything that you've done comes from your anxiety and your delusion of obesity being a good thing, of poor diet being a good thing, of, I don't know, just succumbing to every last trigger and instant gratification being a good thing. These processed foods are trash. A lot of people that change their nutritional protocols, a lot of people that change their eating habits from extremes can feel some discomfort. A lot of people feel that when they shift nutritional protocols. And also it's a challenge. It's an uncomfortable thing. You'll notice things differently. It'll be more shocking, and it takes time and habits to adjust to it. And that can cause friction that makes it seem more challenging than it actually is. You have to go through it. I call bullshit.
We stay woke, but y'all sleep. Rilla mo, but y'all sheep. Out in public, she a good girl, but at the crib, she a real freak. New throne for the new king. Same kid, now my streets go. Same gang, got the cheat code. I said stay woke, we in Rilla mo. I said stay woke, Rilla mo. Stay woke, Rilla mo. I said stay woke, Rilla mo. Stay woke, Rilla mo. I said stay woke, Rilla mo. Stay woke, Rilla mo. I said stay woke, Rilla mo. Stay woke, Rilla mo. Hey, y'all some jokers, y'all a bunch of clowns. You and I get a laugh out of me. You can talk, but you can't denounce. I live a different theology. Why I transferred to a new account? You just fucked over a prodigy. Posted up with a rented crown. You are the king of apology. You about